10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Champions! Wrexham are promoted! They have their storybook ending!
You can walk through the fire. You can walk through the fire. When it's down to the wire. You can walk through the fire.
Howdy, everybody. Welcome to what episode number is this? Is this 84? I think it's 84. Episode 84 of the Wrexham Texan. My name is Jake Green. That was awful. It's going to be a shorter episode today. There's not much to say about what just happened yesterday. We had a chance to leap ahead of Wickham, and instead we just tanked. We couldn't even score a goal when we were up a man for 22 minutes of the game. Mind you, we got close a couple times, but I mean, like I'm not losing hope or anything, but yesterday, I mean, the players know it, you know it, everyone knows it. Yesterday's game was terrible. Reading destroyed us. I mean, destroyed us. It wasn't even close. Yeah, let's just get into the highlights. It's 10 minutes of highlights. I'll talk for a little bit about our position now, and then we'll just get out of here for this week because I mean yesterday was just too painful. So here, I'll add this to the stage. We can play this. I'll talk over it because we can't have the audio going. Otherwise, the stream will get taken down. It might get taken down anyway just because of that Paramount Plus logo in the bottom right-hand corner, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, it didn't start well. It didn't end well. Nothing in the middle was that great. It was just all around mediocre play. Yeah. There's so many times where we should have scored, so, especially at the end, which obviously we'll see that here in a little while. But I mean, they just lit us up. They penetrated when they needed to. They kept the pressure on, and we just couldn't hold them. Like our defense, man, just did not go well for us yesterday. While we're talking about this, let's see who some of the worst rated players are for our squad yesterday. Smith had a 5.6 on FOTMob. Rodriguez had a 6. Those are the two lowest. I mean, they did nothing. They did absolutely nothing yesterday. Should have put it in the back of the net multiple times, and they failed to do so. Revan, played okay. O'Connor, I thought, played really well, and he also got a good score on FOTMob, 6.9. Thought he played decent, and so did Matty James. They both, a 6 point something isn't great, but it's not horrible. Cleworth, I mean, our defense didn't do that poorly. It was mainly just our inability to put the ball in the back of the net or maintain possession for any amount of time. Yeah, this whole sequence was painful. Let's see. What were the possession stats? Yeah, they had it for 57% of the time. So, I mean, 43%. It just felt like we never had the ball until the end of the game. It's a good cross, but we couldn't put it in the back of the net. See, that's probably what got O'Connor such a good score. is his set pieces. How did we not score on some of these? I don't get it. It just, some days are just not, it's not in the cards for you. First half was pretty gridlocked. Obviously, no one scored. But it just, we just let the second half get away from us. Revan's growing his hair out. That's fun. Let's see. Who else had a poor game? Why did it go back to that? Let's go back to this. Okay. Yeah, y'all are going to keep watching this while I chat about who did well. I mean, one of their guys, who was it? Knibs, however you say his dadgum name. Killer game for him. All their players except for 2 were in the green and the blue, and all of our players were in the orange. So that should tell you how well we played. A penalty kick, what are you going to do? Like, they're going to score that most of the time. Okonkwo just guessed the wrong direction. You can't blame Okonkwo for that. It was just, it's just a penalty, and that's what happens. Even our subs played poorly. They had 1 sub. He played poorly too. Yeah, there it was. I mean, they didn't even need to score after that. It was an away game. They had a lot on the line. They're going through a lot with their club right now. Maybe that is giving them the motivation to get things done. I don't know, but they were definitely hyped yesterday. I saw some plea put out there on X to like stand united with them for better governorship or something like that of football. I don't really get into any of that. I don't have time to dive into the politics behind football in the UK in the Premier League. That's just not, that's not something I can spend my time doing right now. Maybe someday. I mean, what a shot. That was a rocket. We just let them pierce through our defense right there. I mean, could not stop them. Like, Okonkwo probably should have gotten that, but it was a heck of a shot. Bottom right-hand corner. Poor defense. 2 guys wide open. It went right over Okonkwo's arm. Yeah, Oki should have gotten that one, I think. But I mean, it was a rocket. It may even if he touched it, it probably still would have gone in. But that's the defense's fault. We didn't mark them. There were 2 guys that ran off by themselves and ended up either one of them could have scored that goal. Yeah. And then, the last 30 minutes of this game, nothing happens. Like, we almost score a tremendous amount of times. We get so close. We hit the bar. Their goalie saves it. Their defensive players save it. Like, the last 15 to 20 minutes was hectic. That poor guy got a red card. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Shut up. Doesn't matter, man. Y'all still won. You'll be okay. It was just, I mean, for literally the last, 15 minutes of regular play and then 7 minutes of injury time. So it's 22 minutes of play that we couldn't put one in the back of the net, even though we were a man up. Pitiful. We're not always going to be perfect, and it is what it is. Let's see. Elliot Lee came in for Revan in the 59th minute. Fletcher came in for Rodriguez in the 70th minute, and Longman came in for McLean in the 71st minute. So all those subs have happened at this point, and we still couldn't get one. I mean, we got so close. We just desperately trying to put it in the back of the net, and we just couldn't get there. And it's extremely frustrating to watch, and I'm sure extremely frustrating for the players down on the field. Reading played decent. Like, they just play. I mean, they're not a bad team. It's not like we were playing bottom of the table team. They're friggin' 8th in the league. Like, it's nothing to be ashamed of. We just didn't play very well. How did that not go in? How did you not get a better header on that? Oh, that's a fun phrase to say, a better header. And this is just a constant barrage of shooting at this point, and just none of them found net. None of them. you kind of thought, how did that one not go in? You kind of thought that we were going to at least score one goal, but we just couldn't get there. It's astounding. It just was not our day. It just wasn't our day. We couldn't take that last leap and jump above Wickham at this point in time. Fate wants a dramatic ending to the season. That's what it is. We play Wickham in, is it 3 days? Yeah, 3 days. We play Wickham in 3 days. And in my opinion, that game will likely determine who gets that second seed spot. Not officially, but definitely it will have a massive impact. If we tie, then it's anyone's game. If we win, we've got a phenomenal shot at taking that second place spot and getting promoted into the championship. But another shot almost went in. I mean, kind of almost went in, but at least it was on goal. Got blocked. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little tired. Y'all, Barney is amazing. I freaking love Ryan Barnett. I know I've said that a lot the past few episodes, but that guy is so good at creating space and getting the ball into the middle, getting the ball where it needs to be, getting our guys a chance to score. He's just so stinking good at it. And yeah, and that's the end of the game right there. So, yeah, it was bad. It was not fun. I didn't enjoy it. Just like it's one of those games where you're just frustrated. You're not really on the edge of your seat. At least I wasn't until the very end. It was more just tense, like not tense in a like hopeful way. It was just like, why can we not do this? Why can we not put this in the back of the net? And yeah, I mean, we just couldn't. And yeah, I was sitting at a table at a convention in South Georgia, working and just watching the game, and it didn't make the convention go any better for me. Let's see. Here, let's bring up the statistics. Oh man, I hate this. Why? No. Let's do that. There we go. Much better. Okay, so they won 2-0. Nibs and Wing got their goals in the 51st and 55th minute. Very close together. That really just destroyed my morale at that point in time. Strickland got kicked out in the 75th minute with a red card. I mean, they had way more possession. Look at all this momentum. I mean, they had the momentum for the first 3 quarters of the game. And then for the last little bit, we tried to get in there. Oh my gosh. Girl, I am yawning today. This is frustrating. Okay. George Evans came on for Owen O'Connell. Mo Fall came on, which, obviously we tried to put a few more offensive players in there, try to get that final goal, but their goalie played phenomenally. Pereira did great. Yeah, Wing and Nibs, they crushed it for him. The only two that didn't get in the green were Stickland, who got a red card, so he ain't going to get in there. And then I don't even know how to pronounce that name. I'm sure Griffiths pronounced it perfectly yesterday, but I couldn't do that. Oh yeah, I couldn't listen to the game. I was doing stuff, so I could only watch. Yeah, it just we'll just go over the stats real quick, I guess. I'm just looking forward to Wickham. I just want Wickham to hurry up and get here so that we can play them, beat them soundly, and move on and put this game to bed. They had more expected goals than us. That's the first time I've seen that in a while. We had 15 total shots, many of those at the end of the game. Only 3, it says, were on target. I question this statistic a lot of the time. I'm not positive that people actually... it seems like way more were on target than 3. I could be wrong. Maybe I just don't know how they measure that.
No, I'm yawning again.
If you're playing a drinking game where I yawn and you drink, that's 3 drinks for you. We don't even have to go over this. Let's just look at the table. So we're still tied with Wickham. They have a goal differential on us, so they are technically in second place. Birmingham, look, no one's catching Birmingham. I think we can give up trying to get first place. So Wickham is our only target. That's all we want, is to finish 1 point or more above Wickham. We obviously play each other in 3 days, right there. It's going to be a grind to get this promotion this year, because obviously if we don't get it, then we have to play Charlton, Stockport, and or Bolton in the playoffs, with possibles from Huddersfield and Reading, probably not anybody below that. So one thing I would say, if we do have to go to the playoffs, it would be nice to play Reading again, so we can put them in the ground and not have to worry about them ever again, and not have to remember this game. But yeah, Charlton, Stockport, Bolton, Huddersfield, and Reading, and us. Those are the 6 below the top 2 at this moment in time. But on Saturday, unless there's a draw, we will Wickham or Wrexham will be the ones that pull away. It's going to be it's going to be a heck of a game. I cannot wait. I will be blasting that. We're having an estate sale at our house since we're moving, and I'll be putting that on. And if people don't want to watch it, they can suck it up and get over it. So, we're still in a good position. If we'd have tied that game, it'd have been nice. If we'd have won that game, it'd have been even nicer. But it is what it is. Like, Reading is not a bad team. They are 8th in the league. They're trying to get into the playoffs. They've got a lot on the line right now. They've got some managerial problems, or some back office problems. So it's not really a surprise to me that they played the way they did and they shut us down. I mean, it was a shutout, zero goals, and not a surprise on their part. Definitely a surprise that we couldn't put one in. That's basically what it is. Like, they're a good team. They're good. 58 points this year. It's only 10 fewer than us. That's not bad. That's 3 wins and a tie away from being tied with us. So it's not an embarrassment. It is definitely disappointing. I just noticed Wickham has a game in hand on us, which means, according to my math, the way I do it, we're firmly in 3rd place. We are not in 2nd place whatsoever. They have a game in hand. I assume they will win that game in hand. That way I will not be disappointed when they do. So if they lose that game in hand, then solid. We're fine. Everything's exactly how it is on the table. But man, the fact that they get to play 1 extra game towards the end of the season, when it's this close, really makes me nervous. So, I still say we're going to do it. We're still going to get promoted. I think we're going to beat Wickham. I think we're going to almost run the table and win or draw. I always forget how many games we have left. Let's go see. Fixtures. 1, 2, 3. Dadgummit, Jake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. We have 7 dadgum games left. One of them is versus Stockport, and the rest are versus much easier teams. Bold prediction. We will not lose a game the rest of the season. We will win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will win 5 out of the next 7 games. We will get promoted automatically. We will take Wickham's spot, and Wickham will have to play in the playoffs. We're going to win 5 out of the next 7, tying the other 2. We're going to end up with, what is that, 15, 17 more points. 17 more points puts us at 85. Well below Birmingham still. Birmingham is going to get well above 85. But 85 points will 100% put us past Wickham. That Wickham's not going to pull that. I think we are. I think, like I said last week, we've left our drought. We just had one game that was very poor. Let's see. They have 8 games left. It's where is it? Huddersfield, Reading, and there's one more. I thought that was going to be rough for them. Maybe not. Yeah, I think they lose 2 games, 1 to us, 1 to Reading. I think they tie with Huddersfield, and then I do think they win 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, 12. So that's 12, 13. So yeah, I think they end up with 81 points, and I think we have 85. That's my prediction for what the table will be at the end of the season. We end with 85, they end with 81. We get that second place spot, and we get automatically promoted. And I don't think they're going to win the playoffs. I just have a hunch right now. I'm just going off hunches at this moment. Yeah, those are my predictions. That's what I think is going to happen. And we'll see how it goes. I think we're going to beat Wickham. I really think we're going to beat Wickham. I just have that feeling. I know it's an away game. It's 11 a.m. my time. Head to head. That's what I wanted to see. We have 1 win earlier in the season in August. We haven't played them since August. It was a 3-2 game. Completely different teams at that time. No one is the exact same. It will be a very different feel to this game coming up. So I think we can do it. I would really like to see not Smith and not Rodriguez in there at some point in time. I'm sure we're going to see them. I'm sure we're going to see them start, but I would like to get them subbed out quicker than what we have been. Yeah, those are my thoughts, y'all. Also, any Americans out there, so my first love was the U.S. men's national team as far as football goes. If you haven't joined the American Outlaws, you should join the freaking American Outlaws. It's so much fun. They send you a care package each year with a T-shirt. This year they sent a red and yellow card, which is a lot of fun. It's got Chance on the back. Yeah, it's got 2 of our Chance on the back, and then you can scan the QR code for more. Highly recommend you join the American Outlaws. I think you can even join if you're not American. So join. It's so much fun. And the shirt last year was sick. The shirt this year is pretty good. Yeah, so many cities around the United States have American Outlaws watch parties for U.S. men's national team games. And, they have a designated bar in each town all across the United States. So no matter where you are, you can find a place to watch the men's national team play, which is a lot of fun. Highly recommend if you are in the States. But yeah, I might use these as props in some Wrexham Texan episodes. We'll see. Especially if I start having guests again, then I'll just, if I have some fun guests, then I can red card them and yellow card them and kick them off the stream and stuff like that. All right, y'all. That's going to be it for this week. We're going to beat Wickham. We're going to beat them 2-1 at their home stadium. It's going to be awesome. And I'm not going to eat my words because that's what's going to happen. So sit back, relax, because I can see in the future. All right, y'all. That'll do it for this episode of the Wrexham Texan. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope y'all make it to Saturday. Don't drink too much. Don't be too down. Everything will be fine up the town.
Search my soul with all your heart, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. And if you knock my soul with all your strength, you're gonna find it. You're gonna find it.